Hey folks, welcome to the Robert DeLeon Show. First edition that is also going to be available on YouTube and on my podcast, The Robert DeLeon Show. I'm really excited. It's taken me quite a while to get my act together and gather the pieces of the puzzle that can create this kind of audio and video simultaneously. It's been rough, but I figured it out, and I have prevailed, and I'm going to bring you more content consistently. So yeah, just checking in. It's the first week of 2021, and you have been along for the ride as the world turns and chaos descends upon the land. First week of 2021, there's like hordes of people that had descended upon the Capitol. And our COVID numbers are out of control, as usual. I was doing a number checkup, and yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. There's 2.5 million cases, a little over that. 28,000 deaths in the United States. 204,000 cases in Riverside County, where I live, 2,189 deaths. LA County, I think, had record like over 200 deaths continuously like the last couple weeks. So it's been interesting, and still just trying to practice the safety procedures of like wearing your mask and sanitizing and not going out unnecessarily, and trying to limit any leisure travel or whatever they call that stuff. So it's been a challenge, and we've been doing our best to stay positive, stay focused, and still reach out to complete some of the goals that we've set for ourselves. For me personally, I had goals to start the podcast, do the video, get it all done at the beginning of the year, and then as we started scheduling and getting ready for interviews, then COVID shutdowns happened. So it kind of put a stop to everything, but we were able to pivot and still hang in there and survive. And here we are now. So I've got a few different projects going on. I finally got my webcam working, so you can see this on the YouTube, Robert DeLeon Show, or you can listen to it on the podcast, The Robert DeLeon Show, or you can check us out on Instagram. I think I'm going to do live streams there as well. Not live streams, but post it into the Instagram TV. And that was kind of the goal, was figuring out all the wiring, and I have succeeded. I have made it live. Yes. It took a long time, and I'm very thankful. And I've got my little backdrop and lighting, and I hope you guys like it, and I will improve on it as I figure out what I'm doing. But this is the first time I've recorded video simultaneously while doing audio for the podcast. So I'm excited, and I just want to catch up with you guys and let you know what I've been up to, other than, the usual, which is trying to figure out how to create content and make you guys entertained while you watch me create said content. And now you can see me visually, so you know what I look like, and can match the face to the voice. That has been me for the last year. Even though I only made like 10 podcasts. They're there forever. So, unless I take them down. But I want to create content and just kind of have like a backlog before I start to promote. So now that I've got, this is the first YouTube video / podcast that I'm going to start to share. I'm going to start interviewing friends. I have some stuff in the works. We're starting also the Greater Palm Springs podcast, and that's going to have a few different episodes where we're going to be interviewing the movers and shakers in the community and trying to help connect those that seek to be found with those who seek to find, and just be the bridge, basically, the bridge to connect people. So I'm excited about that. And I've been working still, hanging in there since COVID. COVID has kind of shut down a lot of businesses, and my main history and career has been in the hospitality industry. I've worked for like 20 years. Wow, it sounds like a long time. For a long time. I worked for a long time in the hospitality industry, doing food and beverage management and consultation for different companies over the years. And yeah, so it's been affected. Still managed to stay in there and hang on to everything pretty smoothly. And then also being in the rental business, I do real estate. And I have my own rental company that does vacation rental, short-term and long-term rentals. Basically, a real estate holding company is the title that I've given it. And yeah, that's the idea, is to buy properties, hold them for an indeterminate amount of time, and then sell them when the time is right. So that's been my business for the last 4 years. I've done it pretty successfully, and it's allowed me to have a little bit of freedom and security that I haven't had before. So I'm thankful for that. And 2020, even though it was a time of adversity and controversial issues, there was all kinds of stuff going on. For the most part, we managed to hang on and keep things going and keep everything rented. And I'm happy about that. And I've also still maintained in my career working at restaurants and stuff. For the most part, we were able to stay open until just recently. So now with the second round of closures, we got a little bit of time off because people are now actually stopping leisure travel. Thankfully, a lot of people still continue to travel and weren't really affected by the advisory notices, I guess you would call them that, to stop traveling and keep it down to a minimum and quarantined. So that's why the numbers are kind of spiking out of control. And I think that hopefully things will get under control if people just kind of get in line. But it just depends, on your perspective. Some people think it's a conspiracy, government control, put the foil hat on. And other people think that it's something to really be feared. So I'm just kind of in the middle. I definitely feel like there's some stuff going on that they don't want us to know or focus on, but I always feel like that. And I also feel like there's some real reasons to have concern and care for this virus. But yes, so we've recently been affected. The company that I work with currently has been shut down. Not been shut down, but they shut down for 2 weeks because it's really slow. So I have a little bit of time. And that's given me the opportunity to put all this stuff together and start recording, hitting the ground running for 2021. And I'm excited. So yeah, this is the first video. And I will try to attach all the links so that you guys can track and see where everything is, and also see my face now, which is awesome. And then in the coming weeks, there will be interviews. I'm gonna nail down my partner Alvaro because it's scary. It's hard getting on this camera. It's hard getting on this mic. It's not something that you normally do. You feel like you look weird, sound weird, and I feel totally and completely awkward and vulnerable, but I'm gonna do it for you because I want you to be entertained, and I want to be entertaining. So I'm gonna nail Alvaro down and get him on the mic here, whether it's a Zoom call or in person. I'll bring him. I'm gonna start to try to interview people right here at this little area, as a little bar where people can have their faces right here and we can be socially distanced with microphones and cameras and kind of bounce back and forth with the angles. So I'm working on some of that stuff. Now that I have the first image, I'm gonna improve on that and build on it and get some sound and lighting going. So it's been really exciting, and I thank you guys for coming along for the ride, and look forward to these new interviews that are coming out, because now I'm just going to start pumping it out. And now, as I'm getting used to my face being in the camera, then I'll be a little more comfortable making this stuff happen. And now I have my new Rode wireless mic, which can connect to a lanyard mic, or lavalier mic, I don't know. Anyway, so it's really easy now. I just hit record and the sound is like it's right there. And I have good quality sound, and I also have my Blue Yeti microphone, but I'm not using that one right now. So I'm testing this out to record and then drag and drop to stream to my podcast and also to YouTube. So it's kind of cool. We're going to be creating some videos that will help guide you through these processes and show you how to do it. Once I figure out how to do it, I will then share it and show you guys. So I hope you find this entertaining, and I wish you all the best in 2021. And please keep coming and checking me out. See you next time.